Oh, happy holidays, everyone. It really is a really nice time of the year. This was this morning's lucky little forage, and I do have more, but I will be using some of these in a photo shoot, and then the rest of them are going to go into a maceration I started this last spring, actually. Yeah, these are beautiful paper whites, narcissus. This might be a wild card distillation later this month, and we're second week into December. But this is what I want to distill today. So there are distillation folks who are distilling pomegranate and also the leaf, which I'm going to do to try. I want to do some comparison. But right now the blossoms are out and they're so beautiful, and I kind of wondered, what would happen if we did a co-distillation. So we're going to basically cut up some of the fruit, and we're going to cut up the blossoms, and we're going to use the double column. Oop, there it is. Here's the other bad boy. And we're going to see how this turns out. I'm actually really curious because it's going to have a different profile, although it might not be that different, because these look like flowers and there is a little bit of flower in there, but the rest of this is hard. So this is one of those beautiful plants that, or actually it's a bush, that doesn't lie. It's what I call an honest plant, because it lets you know, hey, I'm a pomegranate. No mystery to me, which is fine. I like that too. All right, so I'm going to set up the still. I'm going to break this down and get it ready and prep it to get into the columns. And then we'll start this going. I already have distilled water in the bottom of the still, and we will get this rolling quickly here. I have to say, these blossoms are really easy to process or break down. I wish everything was like that. Usually I end up with blisters on my hands, or, I just get tired and I'm just trying to push through. I'd also like to say that I could smell something, but to be honest, the narcissus flowers are taking over the entire area. So I actually can't smell anything right now. Yeah, it'll be good when I get this rolling, and then I'll move the paper whites into the area that we do all our photo shoots for. But oh my goodness, yeah, these are super easy. Very, very nice to cut. It's almost like cutting a nice crisp celery. Very easy. The pomegranate scene looks like a crime scene. Anyway, I ran into a little bit of a problem. I realized I didn't pick enough blossoms, and I usually do, but that was a lot of hard work. So what I'll have to do is I will have to put the blossoms on top of the actual pomegranate material, and we'll just do one column this time. So yeah, that's part of distillation. It's about meeting the still halfway sometimes. And like they said in Goodfellas, couldn't do nothing about it. All right, next. All right, so I have everything ready to go. And we will start the still. I'll get everything together. Now, these little guys, yeah, they were a little too green, but they're not going to waste. I'm actually going to string them so that I can hang them on the Christmas tree. I mean, why not? It's Christmas. Just make sure that's really nice and tight. I could hear somebody yelling, "Where's the ice?" Yes, I will get ice into the condenser. But what I do is I just kind of hold back a little bit and I do touch testing. So once I feel the heat coming up to right around here, I know that we are going to see our first parts of the distillation pretty quick, within at least 5 minutes, depending on what you're distilling. So once it gets up to, the heat kind of travels up to this part right here, in the neck, that's when I add ice. That way I'm not adding it too early and then you're sitting there with soupy water. I'm really like picky about keeping the condenser iced out, pretty hardcore. Anyway, I just thought I'd explain that. Oh my God, this guy again. Okay, so we've got some heat in here and, ooh, okay. It's hot. I just packed the condenser. Ooh, but we are about to get some loving drops. I hope. Really, really curious to see how this smells. All right. First drops. Okay. Ooh, I'll have to work on some filtration here. I had to do something a little bit different since we are lower than usual. I usually have two columns running. No less exciting. I suspect that there was a little too much eggnog going on because I neglected to talk about the end of the distillation. So it was a really interesting distillation because I did expect some kind of floral scent, but there really wasn't much in it. What surprised me was when I used it on skin, I couldn't believe how soft it left my skin. It was really remarkable. And I found it comparable to the Blue Lotus hydrosol that I distill. And you can find that in previous, I think I did it back in the summer. So you can find it in one of my previous videos. But this was really incredible for just calming red skin, which for me personally, tends to be an issue. Irish skin is not a fan of Sacramento. It's hot here most of the time. And then in the winter time, it can be a little bit harsh. It can be quite cool. So I'm constantly dealing with that. However, I just really, really like this distillation, and I'm very impressed with the softening qualities this hydrosol offers. So that was how it ended. I got a very nice yield. I still ended up with two 32-ounce bottles, almost 32 ounce each. And so it was a really great distillation. And yeah, I will be doing that again because we have a lot of pomegranates growing pretty randomly all over the place here. So it's one of the first things I found when I started really foraging in Sacramento. And I definitely want to have that around, and yeah, and just maybe offer it in our shop. Um, and yeah, I encourage you to try it as well. If you have pomegranates growing in your region, try the blossoms. They're a little bit extra work to forage, but absolutely worth it. And yeah, and you'll have something very useful for your skin. It really is great. I haven't even tried it on my hair, but for skin, amazing. I was really impressed. All right, thank you so much for watching. And again, I encourage you to subscribe. If you've been poking around on our website
or our Etsy shop and you see something you like, let us know you subscribed and we'll make sure we get you some of this Pomegranate Blossom Hydrosol as a nice sample and a thank you. So thank you.